Hey, getting ready to start my last carousel match here. I'm playing Rin with Nature and Divine and Illusion. The carousel format is every week you got a new random Phoenix Born and 3 dice type. So we're just waiting for my partner to pop in here. I'm not really sure how to pronounce his name. I think it's Zylyz is how I will go with it. So he'll be here shortly. I'm going to take an Admonisher, Butterfly Monk, Lightbringer, Gates Thrown Open, and a Frostbite as my first 5. I'm going up against Echo. That's Nature, Illusion, and Time. So with that, there's not a lot of big knights. Normally with Echo, with his exhaustibility and unexhaustibility, they bring some pretty heavy hitters. So maybe a Rhino, potentially, but there's not really a whole lot of big hitters in those callers. The Goron Rock Brawler is one of them, though. He's a pretty big hitter. He's a 4/5, I believe. I got to test this deck a couple times. I think I'm 2-1 with this deck. Start off of playing a Lightbringer. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That one, Gate's good. Frostbite. I don't think I need to meditate any at the moment, so I'll just go ahead and pass. I had a pretty good dice roll. 3 powers, and powering the symbols that I need here. I want to put that Lightbringer out just to get some threats. I'll go ahead and play Admonisher here and make him think about using the bear to attack the Admonisher as opposed to swinging into Rin with it. Turtle Guard, okay, that's fine. Turtle Guard, I'm not very aggressive on my attacks, so that won't affect me a whole lot. So go ahead and summon an Admonisher, and then I'm going to Ice Buff the Admonisher to give it 3 health. And the Admonisher doesn't have any attack, but at the end of the round will deal 1 damage to the Phoenix Born. The problem with Echo, he has stupid high health for as good as he is. The 6 battlefield and his Phoenix Born ability is really good, and his card is really good, which moves exhaustion tokens around. Yep, so here comes the bear. Hopefully the bear will try to attack the Admonisher now. I'll play this here. With the Terrifying, the Admonisher cannot block the bear. So he can swing free if he wants. There goes a Turtle Guard, which is a 2/3. I don't care about that. But I will go ahead and bring out a Lightbringer. No, not yet. Not yet. I'll play the he meditates a massive growth. Now I'll get out a Butterfly Monk. In case he does attack, I get to heal up a little bit. And I probably shouldn't have done that. Probably should have frostbited the Raptor Hatchlings. What I should have done. Oh well. If he doesn't attack here, I'm going to use a frostbite to kill the hatchling. And he just attacks with the bear. Interesting. Well, I'll go ahead and do the Lightbringer, because now he can't attack with the hatchling and get its value, because it needs 3 to attack. And he can send the Turtle Guardian, but either way, I'll kill off the Butterfly Monk and heal Ren. I will not use my block. I want to counter. Yes, I want to counter. And heal 1. Okay. Back to me. I'm going to Frostbite that hatchling. And then for side action, I'm going to do Gates Thrown Open. Canyon Shelter will allow him to refresh that Frostbite Bear. Interesting. But I'll do Lightbringer. Now I'll meditate. Top my deck. Now since Canyon Shelter is a side action, that might have been a waste to bring out that Lightbringer. And he uses it on the bear. Oh duh, he's rooted. Go ahead and just do another Butterfly Monk. No. Do a Monisher. Passing his main action. Is he waiting for me to use my dice here? Just go ahead and Frostbite Echo. And then summon Butterfly Monk. And then we're going to attack. Done. There's not a whole lot I can do against that bear when he brings that bear back. And I also overlooked the mend right there from the Butterfly Monk and did not heal Ren. In turn. He didn't bring the bear back. I expected him to do so. Kill that bear. For side action, meditate. 1 card. Confirm. I think that's all I need to meditate. No, because I still use it. Now let's ice buff him. So he's a 3/4. Right, put his bear
bear comes back.
Now that's a bug in Azteki. He should not have, or the bear should not have returned with the exhaustion token. And we fix that here in a moment. Thought that would clear the token off of it. You know what? Go ahead and attack. Echo. Those two. Because I need to clear my battlefield, so hopefully he blocks him. Kills him off. And she does. That's fine. I wanted that to happen anyways. Now my knight can swing through for 3 if I wanted to, if he doesn't bring something out. Massive growth on the bear, okay, that's fine. So he's going to unexhaust him and swing, but my Holy Knight cannot be affected by spells. Let's go ahead and pull him out so I have some extra help here, because he might be able to block that Holy Knight with his ability, because that's not a spell. Gravity Flux, not a spell, so I need 2 guys out there to block the bear. So he meditates. Yep, he uses molten gold. So the previous turn he used molten gold to get rid of the Frost Fang, and then after we fixed the exhaustion on the Frostback bear, he attacked with massive growth to deal 6 damage to Rin. And here I'm able to return the damage onto Echo with the Holy Knight. And he is able to bring out the Shadow Guard and block the Holy Knight. I can kill the Shadow Guard, but it keeps the damage from the Holy Knight from getting through. And so I use Enlightenment to unexhaust my Holy Knight. And, well, here I go. Unexhaust the Holy Knight, my last 2 dice. And then now I'm able to swing through because he has no dice left to bring anyone out. So he'll pass his turn and he'll pop right back to me, and I will get attack in for 3. We both pass our main actions here. I do get Meteor. In this case, Meteor didn't help me any because I don't want to get rid of my Admonishers. I prematurely hit the Summon Admonisher. It's not focus 1, so it didn't do anything. So he allowed me to undo that when it caught it immediately. So I'm removing the exhaustion token off of the Summon Admonisher and playing my book Summon Admonisher. Now next turn I'll be able to do a ping damage. With Admonishers, when you cannot bring one out, it does 1 damage. So the Frostbites and the Admonisher books are basically doing the same thing as far as just dealing 1 damage. And since he has rooted units that don't attack, that allows my Admonishers to stay on the board. Here he uses his Canyon Shelter, and we have to jump back into manual mode to fix the exhaustion token. He also takes the status token off of the bear. He didn't need to, but since status tokens didn't come into play this game, it didn't really matter. Here I bring out a Lightbringer in order to force the attack with the Frostback Bear. And it will exhaust using Gravity Flux my Knight and attack through for 2. And then it pops back to me here. And I'm going to go ahead and Frostbite the Echo. My goal is just to ping him to death between the Admonishers, the damage at the end of the round, the Frostbite, and then summoning more Admonishers. It's just a constant ping. And here he brings out a Pain Shaman, kills off my Lightbringer, and he heals himself for 1. He uses the Canyon Shelter and the Pain Shaman relatively efficiently to get a lot of value out of those Pain Shamans, constantly bringing them back to deal 1 damage and to heal 1. He did some meditating, meditated Figures of the Fog to get a illusion power symbol and a hunting weapons to get a frog. He passes back to me. I'm going to meditate a nature dice here. I should have meditated the meteor out of my hand, but I didn't. I meditated off top of my deck. Got rid of a Frost Fang. And then I'm going to play Summon Butterfly Monk. Use that to help heal Ren. Try to make it the difference in life value between Echo and Ren by using a Butterfly Monk. Zylyz is going to attack the Pain Shaman into a Admonisher. So I'm going to use the Unit Guard ability of the Butterfly Monk to step in front of that. So it's asking me if I want to use my Ren's Fury, which I do not. I don't want to use it on a Pain Shaman. But really, as efficiently as he used that to heal, I probably should have. But I pass on this, and I'll go ahead and heal Ren for 1. I haven't used my ice buff yet, so a Frost Fang with armor 1 and an ice buff ends up being a pretty decent ally. Frost Fang by itself I don't think does too good. The armor 1 that it comes native with just isn't enough to keep it alive, but given an extra health it's pretty decent. But instead of doing that, I guess I used a Summon Admonisher to ping 1 damage. Now he places a Frostback Bear into play. Now I bring out the Frostfang and Ice Buff it. Now he's going to attack my bear with the Admonisher. Well, I said that backwards. Attack my Admonisher with his bear, which I allow. And I don't counter, but now I'll use Ren's Fury to kill off his bear. And since he's already summoned a bear and he doesn't have one under Canyon Shelter, that's it for the bear for the round. Now I'm able to attempt to bring out another Admonisher, which I can't, so it just pings another damage onto Echo there. And I will meditate my last remaining dice to prepare the Shepherd of Lost Souls. Now he used Canyon to bring the Pain Shaman, put it under shelter. I'll go ahead and play the Shepherd of Lost Souls, get out a Frostfang back, Need something to get around those bears, or to at least help guard against the bears. With that full battlefield, the Raptor Herder, even though it's an efficient unit, wouldn't help me that much. Reno has a battlefield of 6, and I already have that full. So here I'm going to attack Echo with my Holy Knight, which I shouldn't have done, because I knew he had the dice available to bring out more of those Turtle Guards, but I kind of wanted him to burn his dice off. It ends up being a bad move on my part, because not only does he deal some damage on my Holy Knight, which already has 1 damage on it, he has the ability to Frog Ping it, which I didn't really kind of look at when I set this up. So, I was happily able to get rid of the Shepherd of Lost Souls there to help clear up the battlefield space and pass it back to him, where he brings out his Turtle Guard. And here's where he uses the Frog Ping to take out the Holy Knight. And then he ends the round. So we're on to round 4 here. I discard the Meteor because it's no use to me. Like I said, I should have meditated away last round. Zylyz Plague Accelerate to fix his dice. He only changes 1 dice though and doesn't use his 2 side actions. Then he brings out a bear and passes back to me, where I use Summon Admonisher to deal 1 more damage to Ren, and then I ice buff another Admonisher, trying to keep those guys alive. Here he's able to bring his Pain Shaman out from Canyon Shelter and deals the damage to 1 of my Admonishers, and then heal his Echo. Once again, we're at 16 to 8 in health. Echo's getting close, but Ren still has half his life left. So I go ahead and bring out a 3rd Admonisher once again, or attempt to, and deal 1 damage to Echo to get that damage back that he healed. And then I'm going to meditate to get figures ready, because when he attacks with his bears, I want to be able to shut that off, especially if it's massive growth. I meditated a Holy Knight in order to do that. Now I'll pass back to Zylyz. He uses Canyon Shelter to put another Pain Shaman back in play. And deals 1 damage to the Admonisher, which kills it, and then heals once again. So he's back to 16 life. Which I have another Admonisher book that I'm holding on to from this round, and my frostbite to use. He added hunting weapons to his Pain Shaman, hoping to kill off 1 of the Admonishers, I'm sure, giving it an extra damage, because the Pain Shamans are 1/3s. And there I played the Admonisher book to have all 3 Admonisher books ready. Passing it back. Trying to figure out which guys are going to block which at this point in time. He could attack with 4. I have 3 blockers and figures in the fog. So I use Echo to exhaust my Frostfang. And here I'm going to, he's selecting his attackers, and I'm going to use figures here to exhaust 1 of his bears. Now, choosing my blockers, I'll let the bear go through. Not that I could stop it anyways. I wouldn't want to, but so when hunting weapons is used, he gets to use another damage on something else. So both those monitors have 2 damage on them. And because of the ice buffs, they both have 1 life remaining. So looking over my dice spread there, I still have 1 Admonisher I could bring out. I could bring out the Frostfang. I can use Frostbite. Lightbringer won't really do me any good there, but a Butterfly Monk may. But I had to meditate into it. So I'm just going to go ahead and play the Admonisher book to have all... Nope, play Admonisher out from the book. So at the end of the round, it will deal 3 damage. He did play a Mist Typhoon that killed off those 2 Admonishers that were damaged. Allowed him to draw a card, dealt 1 damage to Rin, which takes him up to 10 damage. Did not hurt the Frostfang because of her armor. So I'll go ahead and Frostbite onto Echo, bring him up to 17. He only has 2 health left. Now the Admonisher at the end of the round would deal 1 damage to him, bring him to 18. Not quite enough to kill him off though. He has 19 health. So with the dice that I have, I'm going to attack Echo with the Frostfang, and he's going to have to step in and block it or he's dead. And he's going to use one of those turtles to step in and block. Now I feel pretty confident about it. The only thing I'm worried about is the figures in the fog, because he does have 1 illusion power dice up, and he didn't use it, so evidently he didn't have that card in his hand. So the Frostfang was blocked by the Turtle Guard, and the Turtle Guard was destroyed. The damage onto the Frostfang was 1 because of his armor. Now meditate here, and I don't need to meditate that divine dice I just did. I got a little overzealous on that, because when I use Enlightenment Moment, it'll take a basic. So I overpay for that. So I pass over to Zylyz. He passes back to me, and now I'm going to use... Here's why I realized, like, oh man, I overpaid. So I have to use my 2 divine dice here to unexhaust him. Pass it back to Zylyz, and he's going to pass it right back to me. So I want to attack with my Frostfang, and he's going to have to block with his Turtle Guard. Then I will end that turn, because the Frostfang's dead and the Turtle Guard's dead. He passes back to me. This is where we're going to wrap it up. I play my Frostfang, send it to him, he rotates it back, and then I attack with my Frostfang and deal 3 damage. And that's the end of the match.